Hi, this is Deacon Larry, and this is Renewed. Sisters and brothers, we continue our Lenten journey. Recently, we have talked about almsgiving, and then we talked about fasting. The third thing that we're called to in a very particular and special way during the 40 days of the Lenten season is prayer. Seems so odd. We pray all the time as Christians. We pray during the Christmas season, we pray during ordinary time, we pray at Mass, and yet we're told that in this season we're called in a special way to almsgiving, fasting, and prayer. An opportunity for us is to be conscious about prayer in a different way. So often we can pray our morning prayers, whether it's the Liturgy of the Hours or our own personal morning prayers or our prayers at the end of the day, and they become quite rote for us. They're things that we can do almost by absolute memory, the same words. It's like praying the Our Father. How many times in our lives we pray the Our Father? How many times we go to Mass and we can drift here and there as we participate in the celebration of the Eucharist. The call of the Lenten season is to be to a more deeper and a more conscious way of praying during this season. To pray our morning prayers and our evening prayers, our daily prayers with greater intensity, our personal prayer. Some of that is just sitting with the Lord and talking to the Lord about how and where and in what manner I can grow and need to grow away from those things that distract me or keep me from being the best example of Christian life. So prayer that brings about change in me. We're called to a deeper experience and perhaps to explore devotional prayers. One of the great prayers that can be prayed all year round, but certainly is a prayer of the Lenten season, is the Stations of the Cross, where we journey with Christ, and Christ and we are in this dialogue about what's happening in His life and why He is willing to suffer in such a profound way, even to the point of death, out of love for us and for our healing, our reconciliation, our freedom from sin, and our saving from death. So to enter into that devotional prayer, whether we pray it alone or whether we pray it as a group. We have that great gift of the Rosary, which we pray all year round, but perhaps during the Lenten season to journey with Christ again and again through those sorrowful mysteries, experiencing in a fresh and a new way each time we pray how these mysteries, how Christ is saying to us how much we are loved individually by God. And finally, the Mass. To participate in the Mass daily or on Sunday, combination, but to pray more intently at Mass, that we understand the experience that Christ indeed has sacrificed Himself, has willingly presented Himself in order to conquer sin and death, and so that He can say, this is my body and this is my blood, that we can be nourished and fed and be turned by the Spirit of God into the presence of Christ in the world, that we become the expression of His body, His hands and feet working in our world this day. So Lent invites us, sisters and brothers, to give almsgiving, to open our lives in the poverty of fasting, and also then to pray in a deeper, new, more conscious ways, so that indeed our life is affected in this season. So that when we come to the Easter Vigil and the great day of the celebration of Christ's resurrection, as He is renewed in the resurrection, that we too may indeed be renewed.
Please like, subscribe, or comment below.